It is a rainy storm checking in for the Mars series through the houses. Mars in the 11th house to be exact. So if you happen to have Mars in the 11th house, or you know somebody that has Mars in the 11th house, or you're just coming here, to learn astrology with me, you'll come to the right place. I am your cosmic rootwork astrologer checking in. I almost forgot I was like, wait, who? Who am I? My name is Crew, aka Rainy Storm, specializing in evolutionary astrology. So if you're interested in getting a general reading, I have barter and trade and also tip and donation based services available on my site. Check the link down below. Also, too, if you would like to buy me a ginger beer to support my channel, you can definitely check that link down below. Also, as well, on that Buy Me a Ginger Beer Ko-fi page, if you would like to follow along, I can basically, if you push the follow button and sign up, you can basically get posts sent directly to your email anytime I post with like updates, all this other type of stuff and things like that. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you can, but also too, you can just follow along as well too. And what else? Oh, also too, I have a healing your chironic wounds course available now. So if you're interested to know a little bit about wherever Aries is placed in your chart and your wounds that are popping up in that area of life as we are having this transit, and also Mercury conjoined with Chiron as of March 20th, April 15th, and also May 7th, and as well as just Chiron and Aries transit through this year. Understanding the energy, but also how to alchemize these wounds that are popping up. You can definitely check that video out as well, that course out, and that also will be below. So y'all make sure you check it out. Other than that, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, okay? And also comment down below and hit that notification bell so you know when I post. And then other than that, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Mars in the 11th house. We're going to talk a little bit about Mars first, the energy of Mars, and then we'll jump into Mars in the 11th house itself. So Mars is ruling over Aries and also ruling over Scorpio. It is our energy, it's our vigor, it's our vitality, it's the things that get us up and out and going out the bed, turning your swag on. Okay. No soldier boy, all right? But it also is our sexual drive, our sexual energy, as well as our creative energy, and also our weapon of choice is the energy that we also embody when we are upset and angry. Okay, so Mars in the 11th house, the 11th house that ruling Aquarius ruling over the 11th house has to do with friendships. This has to do with group organizations and associations. It also has to do with like your long-term hopes, dreams, wishes, desires, and things like that, like how you want to push the collective and things forward, right? The collective groups, the collective friendships, and things like that. Mars in the 11th house is very big on a collective group working on a greater goal to get to, or it can go in a couple different ways. Because on one end, Mars in the 11th house can work in groups and creative goals and things like that, and collaborative efforts with friends and things like that. It also can argue with friendships and group associations and things like that, organizations, group associations, but there could be a lot of drive towards their goals, a lot of Martian energy being put towards the things that they want to do and the things that they want to accomplish. This is also where you can see cult leaders, okay, with Mars in the 11th house, okay, or people like that are domineering or trying to domineer over you with Martian kind of energy as well. So there can be a lot of conflictual energies or power dynamics between friendships and organizations that you are associated, or even collective groups that you are associated with. Okay, so just keep that in mind with Mars in the 11th house. Very passionate when it comes to like your friendships, wanting everybody to get on with the get along and stuff like that as well. Energy, like I said, towards dreams, pushing the collective forward. Also, too, like I said, fighting amongst friends, ambitions and pursuits also rule here. Like I said, energy and drive towards the things that you do want to accomplish in this lifetime and in this world. And you can also see somebody who is very much so focused on long-term goals and objectives. Okay, there's a lot of vigor and vitality. Like it's almost to the point where it's like, how Mars in 10th house I was talking about, or if you watch the video Mars in the 10th house, I was talking about like public figure, standing, purpose, goals, and desires. This is like your life's work, okay? This is like your life. Mars in the 11th house is like your life purpose work. It's like putting all your energy towards the things that you want to leave behind to the greater humanity or the greater collective. There's a lot of energy that goes into that. And also it can feel, there can be a sense of frustration here if you don't feel like you're necessarily embodying or working towards that particular energy. It's usually in thought too. Like, even though this isn't Mercury here, it's like you always have that in the back of your mind when you're doing what it is that you're doing. Like, how can this thing expand the collective? How can this thing push the collective forward? How can this support my friends? There's like a lot of energy in that. Just be sure to just try to balance. Just be sure to make sure that you are balancing your energy and passion and drive with your friendships and collectives with yourself. Like, you're taking the time and space and energy to, you know, put back into yourself, because like I said, you could put a lot of energy into like your friendship spaces and things like that. So just find, definitely, if you can, just try to find that balance there. This is also where you could see somebody who makes a very strong leader. Very also too, I would say chatty catty, because you could be somebody who's very much so dabbling in like social engagements and things like that, and wanting to kind of be in the mix and the energies and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, very sociable. Usually you can find them on the scene, you know, in collaborative pursuits with different people and stuff like that. Sorry, y'all, I got bit by a mosquito on my face. They kissed me on my face. I'm like, bro, my face is scratching me. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, so, you know, social engagements and things like that, you could definitely see Mars in the 11th house. And also too, you could see a very strong leader with Mars in the, like I said, depending on the sign and also aspects and things like that, but you could just see somebody who is usually like the leader of the group, but or takes role in some particular way within a bigger collective and bigger group, and kind of wants to push the narrative of like, okay, this is what we got to get done, this is what we got to do, you know, this is how we gonna make things happen and things like that. So people usually look to you, especially in collective groups, to get things going and get things like for direction, I would even say, as well. Also too, what else did I have for that? One thing, the last thing that I want to add before we conclude this video is just like, when it comes to your friendships and the collective groups and organizations that you associate with, especially here, there is a lot of energy and passion and fire and drive going into these particular pursuits. If you have friends that don't happen to agree with the visions that you have for the world, that is not the ends of the world. It is okay to have a difference of opinion. It's a great, honestly, to me, it's a great thing to have friends that don't always necessarily agree, or being in group associations that don't always necessarily agree. Now, if it's to the detriment, probably want to, like, you know, put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it, okay? But if not, all right, you know, you want to have and share different ideas and things like that with friendships that have difference of opinion, and not just to go against the grain just because, but like really have something of value to also bring to the friendship and things like that. So just try to keep an open mind when it comes to your friendships, when it comes to your collaborative pursuits, when it comes to your partnerships and things like that, because it could also be like not only a learning lesson, but it could also be supportive to your greater goals and aspirations and dreams and stuff like that as well too. So that's what I have for Mars in the 11th house. We're going to finish this up this week with Mars in the 12th house, and then we'll be moving on to Jupiter in the Jupiter through the signs as well. And so if you enjoyed it, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and also leave a comment down below, okay? Like I said, if you would like to buy me a ginger beer to support the channel, you can check it out on my Ko-fi page. Follow my Ko-fi page as well, or subscribe to my Ko-fi page if you wish. And I will see y'all on the next video, okay? You already know what it is. It's a rainy storm, checking in, checking out, without a doubt. Deuces.